What's going on, Capricorn? How's everybody doing? Hope we're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of April 22nd to the 28th, 2024. So I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what is going to come through for you this week or what has already come to pass, because I'm uploading this on the 23rd, and so this could be like a little bit of a historical reading as well. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Capricorn. Man, something going on here. I still need one more. Okay. All right. Really interesting energy that you got going on here, Capricorn, for sure. So before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. And these oracle cards are some themes, or the general theme that Spirit wants you to be aware of as you go through this week. So let me show you them in successive order, and then we'll talk about them. The first one is the Sun, having to do with the essence of you and your life force energy that animates your physical body. It also has to do with your personality, the conscious side of you that you know is there. For many of you, your sun sign will be Capricorn. You also have a square of challenge and disharmony. And, this is one of the more challenging aspects in astrology, but it represents a real opportunity to grow through a difficult experience. And then you have the 10th house of career and success, which has to do with your reputation. And it's how you want to be seen by others. It's how others see you on a reputational level, but also having to do with your career point. Okay, so the Sun square, the 10th house. A lot of you, there's going to be a real disharmony between your own personality and your own reputation at this time. A lot of you may feel that it's time for you to change your reputation, and it may be a little bit challenging, or it might bring disharmony into your life. For some of you, there's going to be a challenge for you to realize that the core of your personality, the life force energy that animates your physical body effortlessly, is currently not aligned with your reputation and how others see you in a way that it could be, in order to maximize your own success and happiness in this life. So for some of you, this has to do with you consciously realizing that, you know what, it's time for me to switch up my reputation, because this just isn't me anymore. Or it never was you to begin with, for some of you. For others of you, though, Capricorn, this is more so to do with asking yourself, is my personality, is the effortless energy that manifests through me, like me, I'm an Aries, I could just be a little bit confrontational, not even trying to. Is that in alignment with my reputation and my career or not? Or what I meant to say was, is that natural energy being pointed in the direction of my reputation in a way that's authentic and real? You know what I mean? So there's definitely something going on with that. For some of you, if it's not your reputation, it could have to do with your literal career, like the physical thing that you're doing. You could start to feel like for some of you, there could be a problem of too much visibility. Sun square, the 10th house. Some of you could be sick of the flattery, of the recognition that you get, that you feel is not really, people are not really seeing you clearly. You know what I mean? They say it's lonely at the top. And, people who you see, who others try to compliment, who are in a successful position, whatever success means to you. People could like be praising you, but but you feel like they're not really seeing your soul, or it's hard for you to express your personality as a result of your career. It's what I feel here, Capricorn. I was going to say something else here, but yeah. So let's go into the tarot. Your opportunity is the Strength card, and the Strength card has to do with balancing your higher self and your animalistic self. It's the Leo energy here. It has to do with moving through a difficult situation with ease and grace, and it's like the idea of law of state transference. Like if this woman approached the lion trying to like force the lion's mouth closed, there's no way that that's going to happen. The woman has to be calm, and the lion will kind of be calm as well. This is a major arcana card having to do with a spiritual theme as your opportunity. So I feel like the overall energy you can bring to this challenge you got going on is like, I got this, like just calm assurance that you're protected here. And the Strength card is like similar to the idea of when you're put in a position that tests your strength, you can often live up to the occasion in a very spiritual way, because there's been stories of women, like documented stories, and probably not on camera, but I intuitively feel like it's just real, that a woman has had her baby like caught underneath the car, and like 125-pound woman has like literally lifted up a car, even if it's just a little bit, to remove her trapped baby. So like it's the idea of drawing upon strength that you didn't know was there, but it's almost like in a graceful way, like with the idea of you see the light being shined down on the woman. It's like something is moving through her. And like with the sun here, like you got to allow the flow to move through you. And I would say you need to deal with a challenge and disharmony as a result of your flow not really flowing, as a result of your career, your idea of success, or your reputation. Some of you here, maybe there's something to do with your idea of success is changing. You know what I mean? Like what it means to be successful might be changing for you. You might be moving. It might be really hard for you to change that. For some of you, your challenge is the Six of Swords, which has to do with moving on from choppy waters into calm waters. So, this could also indicate physical travel as a challenge, even if it's something, a trip that you have to go on this week. But I really feel like for most of you, Capricorn, with the Six of Swords in your challenge, like it's tough for you to make a pivot here with your own identity, your own life force energy, and your reputation, or a career change or something like that. Some of you here, it's going to be hard for you to let go and make an adjustment, is all I got to say, in whatever way resonates for you based on what we've been talking about. And then when it comes to your overall general energy, you have the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor here when it comes to your overall general energy here. So the Page of Swords is someone who gets more information. You could be trying to really figure something out. It's the brainiac of the tarot, could even be stalker type energy. You have the Five of Wands, which has to do with playful competition and training yourself. It has to do with the moment before the Six of Wands, so getting ready for a victory, training, competition with other people. And it has to do with a change to your passion, And then you have the Emperor, who is a combination of all four kings, someone who is very in control of themselves. And the thing about the Emperor is, like, if the Emperor had a problem with Sun Square 10th house, he can address each of the kings within himself to make the correct adjustment. All right, so the Emperor is not someone who's like, I'm just the King of Swords and King of Pentacles. I can be the King of Cups. I can be the King of Wands when I have to, or the Queen. If you're a female watching this, obviously, and for some of you, this could have to do with your partner, if you are a female, or if you have a significant partner that's male. For some of you, this could just have to do with an authority figure in your life that you, or someone who you maybe, for some of you, partnered with, or like a very strong person in your life that may be threatened by the changes that you're making, is what I feel. Like for some of you, this has to do with someone who maybe you're competitive with. You may have fear that you're going to lose out on something to someone as a result of the changes that you're currently being called to make. This could be an external person. For some of you, though, it's all about your own energy, and correctly navigating through this challenge and disharmony with yourself and your career, job, reputation, in what you and then it gets like there really may be something that hurts here, or there may be like a quick conversation that leads to pain, or there may be something that's revealed to you here. In your what you don't see coming, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which has to do with the 10th house. It's all about your career success, long-term success. It's like your 10-year plan. You could think of it that way, or the success you've already created. You have the 8 of Wands, which has to do with open communication, speed, travel, and really change. And you have the 3 of Swords here. So there's like a quick, painful experience happening here, that is obviously having to do with your long-term goals, I feel. There could be a conversation that you have with someone that really changes your mind. So I would say keep an open mind here to that. And like when it comes to your advice though, Spirit is not, like I feel like Spirit is not concerned about you that much. It sounds weird, but in your advice, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the World, and also the 3 of Wands. So like the 3 of Wands is about remaining optimistic, and the World is about an upgrade, but it's also about an ending to a phase of your life. Could have to do with a phase of your life having to do with your success, your current job, your own reputation, or what you want that to be here. So have patience, all is well. Whatever change is going on right now, I think is something that's going to make you like more real and more authentic. And it could even lead to more success as well, because in your advice, it's like, wait, like have patience for this here. So it's almost like you have to flow with these changes, or at least I would advise you to here. Okay, so let's start clarifying this and see if we can make more sense out of it, Capricorn. Okay, so let's clarify why the Strength card is here. Why is the Strength card in your opportunity? Mischief, healing wounds, and creative ingenuity. Yeah, that's interesting. For some of you here, there could be healing a wound around you being, kind of having to be, having a bad reputation potentially, or because the Strength card is clarified by creative ingenuity. And that's just standing out to me as like something that's real within you that you want to create. You're going to have strength in order to do that. But because you have mischief here, and you have the Sun square the 10th house, there could be something that Spirit's causing you to do that would look bad for your brand, or you may be making a judgment that something you once thought you could never do, and I could never do that in a million years. You decide I have to do this for my own because it's true for me type of thing. You have healing wounds here as well. Healing wounds. So for some of you, it could go the other way, where if you have not had, and like, I feel like I always read this for like the perspective of like the Capricorns who are like on point, on the ball. Like that's what I kind of slip into. But there's a lot of Capricorns for me who are watching this, and there's no judgment here, who have never attained success at the level that you really want. Like if you've never had a moment where you're like, wow, like if I died today, I'm kind of happy how my life turned out based on personal success in the 10th house. Like if you've never had that frequency, then for those of you experiencing that, I feel that your own creative ingenuity and your mischief is blocking your success. So for those of you dealing with that, this is about looking at how you wanting to be completely authentic and just let the life force energy flow through me at all times, bro, and like everyone will accept it no matter what. It's like your own personality is getting in your own way of success, for those of you who have not had that moment yet. Okay, so maybe there's something here that you need to kind of like temper it down and like move away from, like be in control of yourself a little bit more instead of like letting people provoke you or something like that. But for those of you that have already had a certain level of satisfaction when it comes to your career and success, then I feel like this is about the opposite of like you actually integrating something that may not agree with your reputation. And some of you, this doesn't have to do with something that is public. This could have to do with a new relationship coming in that you're like afraid that it could influence your reputation. For some of you, though, this has to do with your own like personality blocking you from truly living life because you're just too focused on your career and success. So it's like the idea that maybe you're like me and you have like location freedom and you can work anywhere in the world, but sometimes you find yourself so focused on the work that you don't even like, I booked a flight to the Bahamas and I like just stayed in my hotel room and worked. You know what I mean? Like, and like, oh, I didn't go bungee jumping because what if I hurt my hand and then I can't do tarot? Like, these are things that are like reasonable, but they're also things that I feel like are holding some of you back. Like maybe some of you are too serious, but for others of you, you're just like, people just think you're a punk, you know, and maybe I fall in that camp. No, I mean, I'm definitely both. All right, let's just keep going. Let's clarify why the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords in what you don't see coming. Because there's definitely a painful moment happening, potentially a communicative moment. Someone could be talking bad about your reputation that really hurts. I can't believe I didn't get that. And what you don't see coming, the Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Three of Swords. Someone could be bad-mouthing you. Someone could be calling you out. On a level of reputation, and that's why in the Strength card you have the Strength to Mischief, Creative Ingenuity, Healing Wounds. So maybe you need to rise above something. You have Trust in the Invisible so far. Like this pain is definitely. You also have Introspection. Yeah, this is more something. Anticipation and hope. So yeah, like the Three of Swords and what you don't see coming is clarified by Trust in the Invisible and Introspection. So I feel like this is more to do with your own issue for many of you. There could be someone who is talking bad about you that really, it's going to cause you to go within and to actually look at, maybe there's a hint of truth in what the person is saying, or maybe from a higher level, someone is like pushing you out of something to do with your 10th house that you've already outgrown, and like it triggers you at first, and like someone says something to you and what you don't see coming that like makes you actually realize your personality, your essence is out of alignment with your career and success or your job. Like maybe someone says like, like you're way too funny to be working here, and you're like, and it's true though, you know what I mean? So like I feel like it's something that's gonna push you into making a change on your own. You have Anticipation. Yeah, I feel. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Let's just keep going. Let's clarify why the World is in your advice, because the World has to do with like the opposite of the Fool. Like the Sun square the 10th house could be representative of the World, because like the person has no more expansion to go with their current reputation and how their personality aligns to it. So like you've reached the end of a cycle. There is no more expansion. And for some of you, that could be what's going on here. For some of you, there's no more expansion because your soul is yearning to do different things that are counter to your reputation. That's keeping you in an imprisonment of not doing anything different because you want to maintain your reputation. But for others of you, this is about a phase is ending of your own personality being the thing that holds you back from success. And it's about getting out of your own way, depending on which. And some of you, I mean, there's a mixture of both, but I just feel like there's kind of two different camps. And yeah, let's clarify the World. The World is clarified by new opportunities and communication here. New opportunities and communication. So yeah, like I really feel for some of you, like the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the 3 of Swords, like and the Page of Swords and your overall general energy, like being on the lookout, like be open to what someone has to say to you and how there could be like a hint of truth in it, even if it really hurts you. I really feel that there something to do with communication, because you have the Eight of Wands having to do with communication right next to the Three of Swords in what you don't see coming. And so like trust it, see past the pain or see past the insult. So it's like someone calls you out, it hits a nerve because it's like it's alerting you to something that's true about you. Instead of just getting angry at the person or holding even on tighter to your reputation or your career or your personality out of like a kind of like a resistance thing, be open to the new opportunity that you could manifest if you can view this correctly. So like have patience, you know, the Strength card in your opportunity, you might want to like, I don't know, I feel like this is like a divine thing. And you have trust in the invisible here with the Three of Swords. So it's like this could all be divinely orchestrated, like some sort of painful communication to alert you to what really needs to be changed in your life, even if it's something where you feel like you are being defeated, even though it's not. Because the whole problem is that the sun is square your 10th house. So like you're getting in your own way, like with your own energy. So maybe someone touches on that and your challenge is the Six of Swords. So it's like you're just going to want to run away from it, or you're going to have a hard time making the changes that are being provoked within you perhaps. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope you enjoyed it.